Hey guys, what's up? This is Thick Carrot here, and today I'm going to show you how to install Smash Infinite 3.0 on the Wii. Now, the main reason I make tutorials is because I have either seen a few or one, and I thought it wasn't quite the best quality, or because there wasn't one at all, and I knew how to do it. And so that's what this is because I want to do better than the one I saw. There's a lot of tutorials for Dolphin out there, but not many for the Wii. So here we go. It starts with this. A 4GB SDHC card. Because that is my SD card of choice, because the mods that you put on it will run smoother, because they can add more than 2GB onto it. And yeah, so make sure that your SD card is formatted with FAT32 or FAT16, because otherwise it A, won't have as much storage as it can have, and B, it just won't work. So keep in mind that in order to install most Smash mods, there are a few that don't, like the Hackless ones. You're gonna need Homebrew. And I'm not going to do a tutorial on Homebrew because there are so many out there already, and they're actually good. They'll tell you how to do it, and it's easy too. So once you have Homebrew, and it's best to have BootMe installed too, which is part of the Homebrew process, you get one of these, you format it, and stick it in your computer. And then, once you've downloaded the SDHC file with all of this stuff on it, if it'll focus, please. Alright, here we go. So, private, instructions and documentation, 4 Wii remote stages, codes, apps, FAQ and troubleshooting, and game config. So, most of these are important. Instructions and documentation, you only need that if you want to read up on a few things about it. And FAQ and troubleshooting, same thing really. And then everything else here is important, like really important. So my SD card is called Jerry, so just in case you're wondering what that is. You have to copy and paste them into the SD card, but you have to do it in a specific order, because if you don't, it won't work and it will crash upon launching. So the first file you have to put in is private, and before you do that, my SD card does not, but if your SD card has a folder called private already, then name it private old and then put this private on there. And if it has a folder called root, which you might have to show hidden folders first, then put everything in there, because this needs to go on the root. But if it doesn't have any of those folders, it's okay to just put it directly on the card. So the first folder, like I said, is private. It will take a long time because it contains all the assets for the game and the fighters and the stages and everything. And after private, you want to put game config, and it's not going to take long at all, because it's not even a kilobyte. So after game config, you want to put in codes, which handles the alternate stages, I believe. And you only put in codes if you're a GameCube controller user, like this. I use these, so I want codes. But if you want to use a Wiimote, which is the sticks down there, you kind of see them, not really. But anyways, if you want to use a Wiimote to do the alternate stages, then you're going to take the contents from 4 Wiimote stages, you're going to copy it, you're going to go into codes, and you're going to delete that and paste into here. And then you're going to put that folder, the codes with the new thing in it, in the SD card. And after codes, you put in apps, and apps contains the apps, which in this case is just the Project M launcher because that's what it launches with. And once you have the apps folder in, which is also not going to take very long, then you are done. And so you can eject your SD card. Don't forget to do that, or else you might lose some files and damage it. And then you're just gonna go over and put it in your Wii. Okay, so when I turn it on, it's gonna load up Boot Me. Which looks like this. I'm gonna go to Homebrew. There's my Project M launcher, so that's a good sign. It'll load up. Hang on, let me turn this up. Alright, so I turned it up. You're gonna get a black screen for a bit, and then you're gonna get this. Give it a minute. Wow, it didn't give me the thing. Well, usually it'll give you a jumbled mess of like green and white. It looks weird. But anyways, here's a safety screen. That's a good sign. And then you get this message. Also good. That's how you know that it loaded Smash Infinite. And then you should get this title screen. That's the normal intro. But the point is, if you get this, that means you did it right. And more importantly, you know, this is all gonna look like this. The brawl thing is gonna be an infinity sign. And the character select screen will look like this. And just so you know, I got this working one time, except I did it wrong, and so it all worked up until the character selection. And so the way you can test this is just try to do it. And if it crashes, you did it wrong. But mine didn't crash, so I'm fine. So I hope you've enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys on the next one.